My name is April and I work at the programming department. Usually you would see me at big events like the Jan Brett author event, but I am very excited because I'm going to be able to share some activities with you here on the internet. So for now, go outside, ride your bikes, visit a story walk, but I will see you back here soon. Bye! Hello friends! Today I would like to share an activity with you. Today I thought we could make some hummingbird feeders. So here are the supplies that you'll need. You will need a plastic container. This one is a container that I got. It had lunch meat in it and we're all done with it, so I'm going to use it for my bird feeder. If it has a red top, that's nice because hummingbirds are attracted to red, but it doesn't have to be red. And if you got really creative, you could even decorate it later with some silk flowers if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that today. You will need a Sharpie, a water bottle, or you could use a Powerade or a Gatorade bottle. Those actually I think might work a little bit better. And you'll need some yarn. You will also need a pair of scissors or something else that is sharp. Be sure you check with your parents though before you get out any scissors or use anything sharp. Oh, you'll also need a hammer, and I have a flathead screw that has a sharp point. So also ask for your parents' help with using this. Okay, those are all the supplies that we are going to need for our bird feeders today. The first thing that I did for my bird feeder is I took my screw and I used my hammer like that to make 4 holes in about the corner of each part of my lid. And then once I got the holes in there started with the screw, I took my scissors and I cut and made the holes a little bit bigger. Now it might be easier to use if your parents will allow you to use an X-Acto knife. You might be able to get those holes a little bit better, a little bit cleaner cuts than I was able to. But what I did was after I cut the holes, I took a piece of sandpaper and sanded it down so there wouldn't be any rough edges. You want to make sure that your holes are a pretty good size, your 4 holes, so that when the bird puts his or her beak inside, there's no chance that they could get stuck. I also took my water bottle and I put it on, found the center of my lid, and I used my Sharpie to trace around the mouth of the bottle and make a circle on the top of my lid. Then I used my hammer and screw again. I poked a hole right in the center of that circle that I just drew. After I got the hole started, I took my scissors and I cut the hole out the rest of the way. One more thing to puncture. You'll take your screw and your hammer and you'll puncture a little hole in the lid of the water bottle. And once you get the hole started, you can use your scissors to make the hole a little bit bigger. Now you're all ready to assemble. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take the lid and you are going to put the water bottle through the hole. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing because you want it to be a snug fit. And I have a very flimsy water bottle. It's probably a little easier with something more substantial. But once you get that lid right here, then all that's left to assembly is you just snap that down and then you have a bird feeder. I tied some yarn around my water bottle, and that's what I'll use to hang it up with outside. When you are ready to fill your bird feeder, all you need to do is come up with a sugar water solution. Your sugar water solution should be 4 parts water and 1 part sugar. So I would start off with maybe 1 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of sugar and see how that fills your container. And then you can always do more if you need more. If you boil the water, the sugar will dissolve better in the water. It's chemistry, right? If the molecules of the water are further apart, then the sugar molecules can just fit right in there. So it will dissolve better if you decide to boil the water, but you don't have to if that's not an option for you. Just stirring it in is fine too. You don't need to put any food coloring in your sugar water solution, the hummingbirds will like it just fine plain. But that's all there is to it. When you're ready to fill your hummingbird feeder, just take the lid off. Oh, I forgot a step. Put the sugar water inside the water bottle, and then to make it a little more secure, that lid that we poke the hole in, you can put that right on there just to make this a little bit more secure. That'll help out. So once you get this all full of your sugar water solution, you put the bottom of the container back on, and then you can flip it over. When I filled this water bottle, I had to squeeze it a little bit to help the water get started, but once it got started, it filled this up nicely. And then you're all ready to go. You can start looking out for hummingbirds. As I make this video right now, it is April 16th. So it's a little early for hummingbirds, but I found the earlier you get your hummingbird feeders out, the better chance you'll have of having hummingbirds all summer long. Once they establish your feeder as a source of food, then they will just keep coming back all summer. And the earlier they find you, it seems like the more hummingbirds will come. So enjoy watching the hummingbirds this season, and if you get a chance, come back and mention in the comments when you saw your first hummingbird. It'd be really neat to see when the hummingbirds arrive here in Johnson County, and maybe we can compare which city saw the hummingbirds first, Bargersville or Franklin. I think it would be fun to compare. We can put our data together and see what we find. Thanks for coming and watching my video. See you later.